and welcome to Weekly News at Praha TV. I'm Marcela Tomčíková and here are the top stories shaping our lives in Prague and the surrounding areas. Let's get started with a new skyscraper in the shape of shipwreck is to emerge in Prague. The 135-meter-high top tower skyscraper will rise in Nové Butovice. Representatives of the capital city have approved not only a change to the zoning plan, but also a contract with an investor who will contribute tens of millions of crowns to Prague for the renovation of public spaces.
The representatives have officially sanctioned the modification of the urban plan, enabling the erection of Top Tower, which will be the highest skyscraper in the Czech Republic. The new building will be located by the Nové Butovice station, featuring a design that looks like a shipwreck, conceived by architect Tomáš Císař and artist David Černý.
I think that the investor has accomplished a significant amount of work concerning the public area there as of today. As you step out of the metro station, the surroundings are nicely developed in that context. With this involvement, the area will get much better. The design, though a bit extravagant for a residential area, is fitting.
The agreement also entails a contribution, which is a financial input from the investor to the city. Trojema will finance and revitalize part of the public area, like a parking lot, underpass, or pedestrian zone near Bukharova Street.
A friend mentioned it to me, and frankly, we aren't fond of it because it seems so inappropriate. I don't like how colorful the ship is. It leans there, and it seems minimalist.
I like it. It's interesting, yes. I like it. That's the tall one that will be here.
Oh, that's nice. Quite so.
I find it interesting. It's nice. I don't mind it. I live here, but I will probably look at it. But at least it's interesting.
I like it, but I'd prefer it to be in a more modern shape than the old ships they use. Apart from that, it's a solid concept.
In terms of UNESCO and the horizons we protect, it's too far from the protection zone. I would prefer not to have Prague encircled by skyscrapers, yet there are locations crucial for public transport, spots where the traffic flows into the city. We know this from Vienna, that entrance that is in the southeast of the city, where all those coming from the Adriatic see Vienna.
The project has received mixed reactions over time. Some people criticize its height and design, while others praise the modern approach and revitalization of Nové Butovice.
Children in need no longer have to wait for a place to stay. Prague has launched a 24-hour foster care emergency service. This unique concept is designed to guarantee immediate help and a safe environment for children.
Prague has started its first foster care emergency service, available 24/7. The purpose of this system is to make sure that children in crisis situations can be placed in a safe family without unnecessary delays.
It's not just about removing children from violent homes. It also involves single parents facing emergencies without anyone to care for their child. But it can also involve cases where a single parent has an accident and there is no one available to care for the child. The child will be cared for.
In Prague, 3 new foster families are prepared to accept the child immediately and for as long as necessary. In total, 19 families have participated in the project.
Among them, 3 families are on weekly emergency standby. This can occur, and it has happened to us before, like in a car accident, when, unfortunately, parents are hospitalized or another tragedy strikes, leaving the child without anyone to care for them because there are no other family members available.
I am always reachable by phone, and we rotate weekly shifts, so I am on call 24/7 for the entire week. Basically, at 1:30 a.m. you go at that time, or they will bring the child to you.
And that means you need to have some clothes prepared for different age categories of children, or how does this work in practice?
Yes, you should have something. Or you can quickly go to the pharmacy for milk if it's a baby. But yes, you should have something.
The new service is also a response to changes in legislation that now prohibits placing children under 3 years old in institutional care. Prague aims to guarantee that every child facing such difficulties is placed in a secure family setting.
It's difficult because you connect with the child and realize they are unwell, sometimes in pain, and it's not always straightforward.
Foster parents thus become metaphorical rescuers who accept the child at any time of day or night.
We clarify the situation as they come to us. We talk about it in the car and first find out if they are hungry. Usually they are hungry, dirty. We go to bathe them. Sometimes they have rashes, and sometimes they are just bitten by insects, mosquitoes, or anything. So we deal with it, usually with them in bed and so on. We feed them, hug them, and just be with them.
The service is funded through the social foundation of the capital city of Prague, which allows for its long-term operation. Thanks to emergency foster parents, children in crisis situations have the assurance that they will not be alone.
An inspiring pastry shop in the Chodov Senior Citizens Home in Prague 11. The Bílá Vrána pastry shop integrates people with mental disabilities so that they can work in a normal environment and have the chance to naturally participate in the life of local community. In the pastry shop you can taste a variety of different sweet products and, of course, some coffee.
The senior home in Chodov in Prague 11 has had a link with the pastry shop for many years now. Over the years, many operators have come and gone at the pastry shop, experiencing both good and bad times. Now, the pastry shop is getting a fresh opportunity. Operating under the name Cukrárna Bílá Vrána, the shop will provide employment for individuals with mental disabilities, enabling them to work in a typical setting.
We provide a variety of pastry items, such as cakes and small breads, created by our workers with disabilities and those who assist them. And certainly what might interest them is the excellent fair trade coffee, which we obtain from the Fair and Bio Company, and we are also planning to organize events that will be enjoyable to attend here.
For instance, we will have a Halloween event and various thematic programs that correspond with the annual cycle. The customers will primarily be seniors from the nearby residential facility, but families with children will also find their place there. Grandparents with grandchildren, and basically anyone who enjoys quality pastry products and excellent coffee.
Bílá Vrána not only operates this pastry shop, but it also runs a cafe inside the building, which is also connected to room delivery. So essentially, their services reach all the people living here.
The reopening of the cafe is also celebrated in the Prague 11 area. They appreciate that this is another step towards allowing people with disabilities to naturally engage in local community life.
I trust that many locals from Donovalska and nearby will come here, including those from the whole southern city, because it is truly very nice here. And I hope that the interest will be significant, that perhaps in time we might even see an extension of the opening hours.
The senior residence in Chodov is run by the Prague City Council.
I am consulted on all these activities taking place in the senior homes run by the City Hall. The director of this home is fantastic. She comes up with wonderful ideas and has my full support to carry on with initiatives like the pastry shop.
The Bílá Vrána pastry shop on Donovalska Street in Chodov is open from Monday to Saturday from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. However, if there is significant public interest, it is possible that the opening hours will be adjusted to better meet demand.
Do you really want to know how human body works? In case you are ready to literally look under the skin of human body, after 5 years there is a chance. The world-famous Body Words exhibition shows how muscles, nerves or internal organs work. The exhibition also wants to point out the importance of taking care of our bodies.
The human body is a work of art and a fascinating mechanism. The Body Worlds exhibition showcases real specimens that reveal how perfectly the human being is assembled, ranging from muscles and tendons all the way to the most delicate nerve fibers.
It's about the human body. You literally get under the skin at this exhibition. Because at this exhibition, we have displayed plastinated specimens of real human bodies. And on these individual specimens, you can actually see all the bodily systems, groups, whether it is skin, muscles, skeleton, or even nerves, as well as the vascular and venous systems, and of course, individual organs. This exhibition literally walks you through the entire human body. You will learn a lot of interesting and certainly new information here. providing a truly unusual insight into the depths of the human body.
You can see 12 complete human bodies, often posed dynamically to show the interplay of muscles and tendons in motion. Some specimens are even paired to create mutual interaction between the bodies.
This exhibition is from the German company Gunther von Hagens, who is essentially the father and founder of this method. This year marks 30 years since he invented this method, and his company actually has a special donation system. There are over 9,000 bodies in this donation system. People consent for medical students to dissect them, just like in our country. You cannot dissect someone who has not given consent, and the same applies here with these bodies.
To preserve the bodies in the same condition for several years, a special method is used. This method prevents biological tissues from decomposing, allowing them to remain intact.
These specimens actually have a very long shelf life. They could be said to have an infinite lifespan since the plastination method replaces body fluids with plastic. As a result, they turn into plastic-like bodies while maintaining the biological structure flawlessly. So they are biologically accurate, yet the biological degradation has ceased. Thus, the plastinates do not smell or decompose. The reason they are in display cases is simply to prevent visitors from touching them.
The exhibition also has a preventive aspect. You can see a comparison of smoker and non-smoker lungs and what obesity does to the body.
Primarily, we focus on school groups and, of course, families with children, especially the older ones. But I believe even first graders can learn a lot of interesting things here, because children perceive things differently. Children are curious about what happens to chewing gum when swallowed, how a human heart looks, or what a skeleton looks like, or even what we have in the human ear.
When the exhibition last took place in Brno, the organizers got hundreds of emails from individuals wishing to sign up as body donors. This also shows how strong an impression Body Worlds leaves on its visitors.
And that's it. Stay informed, stay inspired, and hope to see you again with our weekly news. Have a nice week ahead.